Deputy O'Brien. Deputy Howlin.
I've sent to the Taoiseach a proposed amendment to the published terms of reference. I hope it will be accepted, as I believe it covers concerns that both I and Deputy O'Callaghan have raised in public discourse since the draft terms were circulated. Specifically, I don't believe it's sufficient to establish whether allegations of criminal misconduct against Sergeant McCabe were circulated to the media. We must also seek to establish whether such allegations were known to be false if they were circulated. This may appear a technical point, but it's one that I hope the Taoiseach will take on board. I've served in this House for some time. It's been my privilege to do so. I've served on both government and opposition benches. I've also served as Last Ceann Comhairle of this House and worked to uphold the rules and norms of this House. I know, perhaps better than many, the responsibility that comes with membership of this House. I don't wear that privilege lightly, nor have I ever sought to abuse it. The contribution I made in this House yesterday was not about party politics. I didn't say anything that sought to undermine another member of this House, nor did I apportion responsibility for the matters at hand to any political party or individual. I could point to examples where serving members of this House have used parliamentary privilege to do exactly that. What I did yesterday was not in that vein. The only place in which we as members of this House have absolute privilege is what we say in this place. And so we should speak in this place with the respect for the responsibility that that brings. Yesterday morning, I received information that I believed to be of significant public importance. The word hearsay has been bandied about aplenty since. This is not idle gossip or pub gossip. I received information which I believe to be credible and which is absolutely germane to a matter which the government, in its own careful deliberation, has determined to establish a commission of investigation, thereby acknowledging the significance and importance of these matters. I spoke frankly in the Chamber yesterday, Ceann Comhairle, and I repeated the information that had been disclosed to me. I will make myself available to Mr. Justice Charlton to do so again if he feels I can be of any assistance in his work. And I can also inform the House that my source, the source of the information I put on the record yesterday, has given consent for their name to be provided also to Mr. Justice Charlton, and has made clear to me their willingness to provide Mr. Justice Charlton with all the information at their disposal. More insidious than the allegation that I was involved in circulating gossip was the notion tabled by Deputy O'Callaghan and others that what I said was damaging to Sergeant Maurice McCabe. I've spoken to Maurice McCabe today. He confirmed to me that he is of course aware in specific detail of all the allegations made against him. He has been aware of them, and he and his family have tried to live with them for a number of years. And I'm glad to be able to inform the House that he has expressed gratitude for my intervention yesterday, and in no way regards it as having been damaging in any way to him. Because of the nature of the allegations, as one journalist made clear on the radio this morning, have not been a secret. Deputy McGuinness has previously referred to them as vile allegations. Today he apparently thinks it's wrong to have spoken openly about them. The allegations have been circulated around the media, around political circles, and around Sergeant McCabe's colleagues for some time now. The role of the media, as we so often are told, is to speak truth to power. It has been alleged that the media allow themselves to be used by those with power to denigrate those without. This will be a matter for the Commission to determine. But if the Commission of Investigation makes such a finding, I hope it will give the media cause to reflect upon its own actions as much as it has on mine. I said yesterday, I can't think of another walk of life where if allegations of this nature had been made against a person in a position of power, they would not be placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of such a full investigation. Today, we debate the establishment of a Commission of Inquiry, Commission of Investigation. We are told that it may take 9 months to report, and the media narrative has taken hold that a Commissioner could not step aside for that length of time, a point made, I think, by the Taoiseach herself today. I believe that view to be wrong. Prior to her appointment on a permanent basis, Commissioner Noreen O'Sullivan served as acting Commissioner for 8 months. So the idea that someone could act in her role for 9 months is not at all far-fetched. The Garda Commissioner heads a policing service charged with protecting the security of the state, preventing crime, and vindicating the human rights of each individual. Yet at the same time, while discharging these important constitutional and onerous responsibilities, Commissioner O'Sullivan faces now a statutory investigation. In the course of this inquiry, the Commissioner's mobile phones and her phone records for a 2-year period are to be examined, as are all Garda electronic and paper files, to see if she or the former Commissioner are implicated in any way in this affair. Commissioner O'Sullivan is the custodian of the very records that Judge Charlton will examine in order to see if they disclose wrongdoing by, among others, the Commissioner herself. I believe, honestly and objectively, that that places her in an untenable position. I want to reiterate that I have long experience pursuing truth, particularly in the justice sector. My experience in helping whistleblowers in this sector dates back as far as the establishment of the Morris Tribunal. And I want to repeat, Ceann Comhairle, that I don't raise lightly issues as significant as the ones I raised yesterday. We must not forget that at the centre of this Commission of Inquiry are 2 protected disclosures and questions around what the former and current Commissioners of An Garda Síochána knew and did. The truth of all these matters will, as others have said, be determined by an independent Commission of Investigation. In the interim, all members of the Oireachtas, both government and opposition, have responsibility to ensure that the integrity of An Garda Síochána is protected in all our interests. It remains my view that the reputation of An Garda Síochána would best be protected if the current Commissioner would stand aside until the finalisation of the Commission's work. As others have said, the allegations which Commissioner O'Sullivan faces are grave. As others have said, she steadfastly refutes them, as she is perfectly entitled to do. And she may well be proven innocent of any wrongdoing. Of course, the opposite is also possible. While Superintendent Taylor stands under investigation, he is suspended from duty, a point, I think, well made by Deputy O'Callaghan in his contribution. I believe it reasonable to apply the same standard to the Commissioner.